Welcome to the Three River Valley series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 13th of August 1947. Now, apologies that this video is going to be a lot shorter than the normal 1 hour video. The reason for that is that we are now in 2023, and I've got to go on a half-day course, which is going to be quite interesting because I normally try and avoid them like the plague, but I couldn't get out of this one, so it means that I've got to try and get this video done, edited and rendered before I leave for the rest of the day. So apologies for that. Now, in the last part, we were putting together the heating plant up here, which is now ready, and it's now providing heat down to here. And that means that we're looking forward to a pretty good, or correction, we were looking forward to a fairly secure winter. But I've got another problem, which is the reason the game's on pause. And if I come up the wrong way, if I go this way, you'll see that we've only got a third of a ton of food in our shop here. And if I come up to here, you will see that the where is it? Which one is it? Not steel import, it's this one, I think. Yeah, this one here, you can see what's happened is that this is the distribution office that's delivering the meat, the electronics, the clothes, all the way down to over here, and there's not enough vehicles to be able to keep up with the capacity, because of course one of the problems when you do early starts is, if I show you these vehicles, I mean, the best they can carry is 4.3 tons or 2.7 tons of food. And once an area starts to grow, that causes a problem. But I've got a temporary fix, because if I show you here, we've actually got some spare trucks here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to add these guys to here. And hopefully we're going to get enough food down here before the, well, we need to build up a food surplus, a food supply. What we're going to do is put that there. I'm just going to let the game start to run. And hopefully, where are you? Yeah, these guys are going to go out. You are going to go to black. Yeah. But that's only a short-term solution. What I've got to do is get this finished. This is high priority. And what we're going to do is build another medium distribution office here. In fact, I'll call it, rename it, Black Country. Oops, can't spell black. Call this Black Country Food. So what we'll have there is a dedicated distribution office for supplying food, and then we'll rename this one. I'm going to call this clothes meat. I think we can get meat in there. So what we'll have is one distribution office getting down the essential food, another distribution office here, which will supply the, because clothes and electronics, and even to a certain degree meat, if that doesn't get through, that's not the end of the world. But if for some reason the like you say, for some reason the food doesn't get there, that has an almost immediate effect. And that's one of the reasons why you've really got to ensure your food supplies are working quite well. Now, that is the problem kind of half dealt with, but one of the problems we're going to have is the fact that until that depot's up and equipped with people there, and of course here's another example. I think this goes back to a question that somebody asked me. The problem I've got here is I've got a truck doing 36 kilometers an hour, but the other faster vehicles will overtake if the conditions are right, but it's not exactly helping the situation here. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that water truck is doing going down there though. Where are you going? It's actually, why is the Black Country Courthouse? Don't you have a sewage connection? I 122%. Oh, nasty. We've got a health risk here. What's going on here? Aren't you connected? No. Okay. Haha. Houston, we have another problem. And it's quite a big problem because I don't think I've got a connection. So I've managed to get the one dead spot in the center here. Okay. That is a problem. The only thing I can think of is, I'm glad I picked that up. I noticed that actually. I think the only thing I can think of is to put a we got a connection there. That sewage pickup. Well, we got to provide some sewage pickup over here anyway. So I think what we'll do, I can stretch that out. That one is connected. So if I can get that, then we put that into the center there. Now I do have a connection there, which I could do, but the problem's going to be is, how do I get out? Can I? That's not going to do it, is it? Okay. I have to. Some infrastructure is in the way. Proper slope. Game, you can be very annoying. I'll see if I can go this way. Where's proper slope? Right, we got a connection. I remove that. Probably tell me that there's some infrastructure in the way now. Okay, we've got a problem. I want to get to there. Right, let me just look at the terrain here. I'm going to have to move this up a bit higher. Demolish. We're going to have to go up a little bit higher to this level. Right. I got up to that level. Whoops. That should be, possibly could be a bit higher. Nope. Problem with that is that's following that contour line. It should be high enough. I think the problem is that I think what we need to do is put a 10-meter trap there. That could go to there. That is, it needs a proper slope again. Okay, just trim that back. That is above that. So the only way we're going to get down to there is by doing that, which is a lot longer than I thought I might be able to do. But hopefully if I take out that, and trim out. Actually, let me just cancel that again. I think we're gonna have to go. Building in the way. Okay. Right, we're gonna have to go for that. It's not exactly what I wanted to do, but there's not much I can do about that. Whoops. Where's the just up there? Right, we'll have to put in a footpath to there. Want to double check that connection though. That connects up the courthouse. You've definitely got a sewage connection, haven't you? Yeah. Okay. Right, we're gonna have to something I really wanted to build, but that's gonna take a lot of building. The only good thing is it doesn't need steel. Okay. I just love that sewage bit. Right, we've now got, just going to speed this up so we can get this rolled in. About to finish. We've got 2 workers here. God knows where they came from, but that's okay. Right, this job has to be high priority. I think, yeah, what I will do is assign them to it as well. Going to need to keep an eye on my food stores here, because of course we're using trucks from here to deliver food down there. How are we doing? Right, we've got 4.74 tons of food in there, so we might have got rid of that problem. Now, another thing I've also done is I've put in a new construction office here. And what I'm going to do is this construction office, when it's finished, it's not meant to be, it's not going to be high priority. When this is finished, what this is going to be is our new paver operation, which is over here at the moment, because we need to start thinking about pushing out the roads this way. We've got a lot over here, but I've got a lot to build, and we've now kind of got this road being put together here. I think while we're here, I think we can start doing some planning our new town here. Well, I'll take advantage of the green. Actually, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna need a heating plant up here. Now, I'm kind of thinking this. I've got the ground drops off here. So what we're looking at is a town going up from here. So what we're looking at, let's just get the tape measure out. So if we start there, come down here, we're talking about to ensure that the pollution doesn't get up here. We'll talk about heating plants somewhere down in this area here, which is going to be a little bit tricky because it's kind of hard. Well, no, we can probably get it in this corner here. I think we'll do that while I'm thinking about it, because we've got to start planning this new town. I'm going to go for a large heating plant. Oh, got to go that way, isn't it? I'd like a possibility of an aggregate store here for the coal as well. So if we can get, so if I can put that in about there, just push that road out a little bit that way. Luckily, for some reason, we've got excavators nearby. I'm not exactly sure where, but I have to. Okay. Too steep an incline. Okay, let me just view. What's the... Yeah. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I haven't done this for a little while. But... Right. And smooth that off a bit. Doesn't make any difference if the road kind of goes in that direction. There we are. Look at that. And then what we're going to need somehow is to put an aggregate store in here. Only going to need a small one. I'll put it that way round. Do something like that. That will work. And I think we could push our luck a little bit further. I want to break the road just yet. We put that in there. Conveyor. Nope, gonna have to. Put a conveyor there. But it'll probably break it because of the angle of the road. If we put that in about there, that's it. That'll work. And then we can put a road in. It looks a bit complicated, but the advantage is with that is it means that the coal trucks coming from over there only have to come into here and they will unload quicker, keep this full up, and then they will come up that way. And what we'll probably do is put in, well, we've got a coal distribution office over here. I'm not very worried about this. Yeah, so we are able to deal with the sewage in the short term. Is it? No, it's the courthouse here, sorry. Yeah. I mean, we are keeping this under control, but we do need a permanent solution. No point pretending otherwise. Yeah, stop telling me my power stations have stopped. How are we doing up here? Coming along quite nicely. Haha. That's it, guys. You build this very, very quickly because I'm going to need it because I can't afford to keep this one on here because it's probably... I don't know. You're not too bad. Here. We got food in there. Let's just have a look at our crop situation. Now, one thing I did do off camera was take a look at the possibility of putting in a farm, but the only way I could think of putting a farm in here was by indulging in a massive leveling campaign here, because we've got this great big mound here. And just to show you, I could put a field up here, but you can see we can't. This is too much stones, which basically means it's not level. So I think it's going to be very difficult to justify putting a farm up there. Plus, if all over here is already full. So I think we're going to have to move towards importing crops to supplement our farms here. I can't see any other option, to be honest. I mean, the other alternative is that we've got the small farm here. I could put another small farm in somewhere. The other problem also is that we're getting a long way away from the fire station, which is another potential problem as well. Problems. We've now got a power supply up to here, but I'm kind of a little bit worried about everything is getting a little bit overloaded. But I do need to, I think one of the first things we can do is we've got a power supply there, but that's hooked to this one. We've also got this here. I don't think this one reaches all the way out to there. So so I think the first bit of our new power grid over here that needs to be connected is well, first thing we got to do is find out. We need to build this actually, don't we? Okay. That's a bit of a fail. So we need to build that. Get up. Gravel excavators. You can build that. While we're actually at it, let's just plan this section here. I think if we can get in a substation here that will cover all this area. So, say for argument's sake. Now, I don't think that the technical office be more efficient. This one doesn't have a gas station anyway. I think the big consequence, correct me if I'm wrong, is that if you don't have power, you can't put fuel into a technical station. I think that's the way it works. Correct. I say correct. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're put in. I'd like to have everything all connected up here. So our first, and that means we can ditch the. No good. I twitched at the last moment. It's definitely got to. We've definitely got to have that conveyor online. I think we're not built due to infrastructure. Okay, certainly want that done. Actually, this is quite important, so I think we will go for a gravelly road. And then that means I can get rid of this wind turbine. And this will draw quite a lot of power, so and we'll just put that up as well. So that's going quite well. Want to keep an eye. Right, this is built. We want covered holes. We've got 126,072. That's 80. My instinct is to bring in 2 of these, and also covered holes. What we got in the way of covered holes? Capacity. We got a couple of these gas 51Ps. What we got here? Got a Tatra 61. That's 70. We got a. We don't even know what that actually says. That's 48. That's not fast enough. Let's have a look at speed then. No, we're gonna have to go for capacity. And I think we'll get. It's got 3 tons. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And you're going to pick up from here. And your job is going to be to deliver to the prison. You're going to deliver the food to the prison. You're going to keep you to %. You're going to deliver to 100%. Actually. Yeah, I think we're going to keep you exclusively for food, because as we push out, what we're going to do is these will eventually we'll need to bring. Well, would they? It's a long way out. I know it's a lot of trucks. Actually, I think what we might do is add the clothes pickup to this. You pick up clothes. You can take that. You can take that and that. And then what that will mean is that this office can drop food. There we are. Trucks are there. That means this one, not this one. This one can stop delivering food to there. Actually, I think what we will do is going to have a lot of trucks, so we're going to put in. Wow, it looks like the courthouse is working together now. I've actually solved the problem. I think what we'll do is we'll set you to 60%, and also, whoops. I mean, this distribution office is a little bit in the wrong place, but I think we'll be okay. And I think we're okay. And this office can stop picking up food. And then you can deliver electronics, food, and meat. And you're just going to deliver close to there. Actually, you probably don't need that. That means you can concentrate on the alcohol and the meat. Yeah, I think that will make it a little bit more tidier, a little bit more stable, which is something that we definitely need. Wow. You've got the steel. Right. You want iron. This brings in the next problem we've got to do. We need that built as well. Right, we've now got to bring in iron. That's too far away. I think we were putting together the iron. Weren't we building something up here? Okay. Right, we need that built now. Why is this called gravel distro? New Hope. Iron import. I think that's the one that I put in, wasn't it? I think that's it. Well, we'll find out. Oops, we're running out of trees. Trees up here. I think once we've got well, we're going to be stuck with the heating here, aren't we? Could I put in a better heating system in here? I'm not sure, actually, to be honest. I think probably the first steps we're going to need to do is get everything online with respect to the industry. No, we'll get the housing online first. So we're now building that. Let's check the crime rate. I'm very intrigued about the actual crime rate. Wow, we've still got quite a lot of crime. What's up with my... Even these guys are out. Oh, they're not patrolling very much, are they? What's up with you? When they... Why aren't you out on patrol? We've got 1, 2, 6 trucks and they're not leaving. Now what's gone wrong? Got piles and piles of crime here. Got a couple of serious crime here. Lots and lots of minor crime. But these trucks don't seem to be feel all that inclined to go out and do anything. Okay, we may need to look into that. I just saw maybe these police stations aren't that good. I don't know. This has got 5. That's a gas. I do have the right vehicles, don't I? Gas A. Have a look. Yeah. Gas M1. I'm just going to buy a gas M1 and see if that... Bit confused there, guys. We've got new vehicles available. Okay. That's encouraging. Let me just pause. Sorry, we're going to go up. I need to do a vehicle check now. Because what was it we got? Got production, new vehicle type. That looks very much, that's a Caterpillar grader. And we've got a Zeiss 15S. Wow, yes. Electricity problem. So what have we got? Let's have a look. We've got a bus. 865 carries 52 passengers. That comes in almost perfectly, although it might be a bit over the top for the steel mill. But what we might be able to do is adjust it by sending the trucks that are currently going to the coal mine to the steel mill and using this to get passengers out to the coal mine. The grader is probably a bulldozer. No, it's not. Unless it's, wonder if it is a NATO. Let's take a quick look. 1947, there it is. So we got a grader here, a bulldozer and a snow plow. Plowing speed 11, empty weight, maximum speed 32 kilometers an hour. It could be useful, but it doesn't really grab me. Is probably the polite way of saying it. Right, we've got 35 pages of messages, probably most of them telling me that I've got power problems. Right, so we got full staff there. Let me just check. Yeah, when we're getting a nice group of workers there, we've got prisoners in here. Yeah. We've got plenty of coal ore. Okay. How are we doing here? If I built that, that's built that bit. We need to build that bit now. I'm a bit concerned about the fact that the pipeline is broken, but it's not the end of the world. But if we can fix the problem with the courthouse, well, when they're actually getting someone, they're actually convicting them very quickly. It's just that we're not getting... Okay, we've now got a steel mill. We've got coal there. What we need is some iron ore brought in now. And got a little bit of steel in there. Has this been built yet? Okay, we're going to push that to high priority. I think this is going to be quite important. Let's have a look at what we've got in the way of dumpers. Bring the iron ore in. Trouble is we need something with some speed. 35. We may have to use some. This is always the problem with early, with these early vehicles is, well, even if you start in 1960, it's still very much. Right, we got 5.5, 8.5, 2.5, 9.5. That's 80 kilometers an hour. I think we're going to have to use these IHK series dump trucks, but we don't have a lot, so we're not going to. So we're going to have to use a mixture again. But we're going to need to ship the iron ore down, or iron, not iron ore. I certainly don't want iron ore into here, and then we can start producing our own steel. Kind of thinking, we want the criminals in there. Let me just see. How many workers do we want in here? 150. Well, we can't operate 150, not to begin with. So we're not going to produce vast quantities of steel. I think to begin with, we're getting a couple of dice. I'm very tempted, but I think these will just steal too much of the workforce. So, and this is one of the problems when you've only got one town, is the fact that this is brilliant, but it will just, you'd get 52 people jumping on it. I think I'd rather have 2 of those. Actually, how much am I paying in steel imports at the moment? Electronics is building up. We're going to have to start thinking about what we're going to do about electronics. I think I'd like to get this built now. It's going to be another thing that we're going to need to put together. These guys, that's encouraging. I'm not too worried about the fact that these are sat in here and we got trucks sat in there. With winter coming, that is encouraging because it means that we've got a solid supply of food in here. So, yep. I'm kind of a bit inclined to smidge that down a bit. I don't think we need that number of electronics. That would put more food and more clothes in here. Smidge the clothes down to 10.9. I'd rather have 16 tons of food sat in that store than lots of electronics and lots of clothes. So I think we're going to do that. I think we've got an orphanage problem as well. So we may have to start thinking about an orphanage down here as well. Right, see what jobs have we got now for our... We've got just that. I think the next thing I want in here is... We got that connection to there, which connects to there. I want to build that next, that next, that next, and that next. The reason for that is this is our coal store. And at the moment, the trucks have got to come all the way around here up to there to pick up coal. If I can get this loaded up, it means I think these are the guys picking up the coal, aren't they? They only have to come here and they also load quicker. What's this? Oh, I think I put this in for our coal shipment. Because we've only got this little... I think we're actually going to move them this way. Yeah, I think we'll go for that as well. And then it means I can move these trucks away from here and put them right next to the power there. Let's have a quick look. Right, these guys are building the sewage pump line. What's that? Oh, that's the fuel line to there. Okay. Next thing, education. Let's have a look at our population. Got somebody without a job, somebody without. We're getting a little bit of a potential food problem here. I think we're going to increase the number of servers now. We're going to go to the full 45. We're going to need to keep an eye on that as well. How are we doing over here? Put the paper crews on that. Where are you going? Oh. It's these guys coming down to here delivering the paper stuff. Right. We need that built so we can start putting in the necessary bits and pieces here. This is built, so want that put in. Get the paver crews on this. We want to get that connection to the border before we start doing too much. So that's good. That's good. Right, up to here. This is built. What was it I was gonna buy? We need a couple of dumpers. Who was it? 1, 2, 3. Get 4 of those. I think we're gonna start with 4 and then let the money build up for the trucks. I think we are gonna go full on. What we call it, heavy dumpers, because they've got a higher speed as well. The orphanage, where's my orphanages? Yeah, oops, that needs to go up to 50. Then we got another orphanage down here. How's the average loyalty? 55. Maybe we do need an orphanage down here, but where on earth am I going to put it? What's this? Got a police station here. Oh, these guys are doing the patrolling. Okay. That explains why this police station isn't doing anything. A little bit of a fail there. What we're going to do is send you to there. I think I've used up all the slots in my depot now, haven't I? Yep. Right. You're going to pick up there. I know it's going to be a little bit of a waste, but I want the slots for my... Put the line spacing on. That will do is... empty you out. Just going to let these guys solve the minor crimes. What we got here? That's the doctors. Okay, we want to leave him. Okay, we're just going to get rid of the police officers and just going to demolish that. I don't know if that's got rid of the crime. Oh, we could have got salvaged some stuff from that, but I think I'd just rather have that tidied up. Right, we've got. Just wonder if I can. Want to try something. At that. Right. What that will mean is that I can put that road in there. Paver crew, build that. It's gonna have that little bit, which is going to be a real pain in the neck, same as this across here. But if I can build that, that will speed up things a little bit. We've got a workforce in here, but no iron. Okay. No problem. We're going to sort this out. The only real problem I'm going to have is that we are going to get more and more traffic onto here, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. Iron, let's make sure we get the right one. Iron and not iron ore. And what we're going to do is we're going to start at 50% because this is 800. So we're going to get that going. Definitely out of time now for this video. I've stretched it as much as I can. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we're going to shift our focus towards this part of the map. Start trying to get an infrastructure. Certainly going to be looking at possibility of a rail construction office. Also, we need to start thinking about expanding up that way. And I think we're also rapidly approaching towards starting to pay attention to our northern area there as well. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.